Hello everyone and welcome to my video for Sustainable Infrastructure class. I am Sara Alhallabi and today I'm gonna present my report titled Towards a Sustainable Infrastructure, a Case Study in Sharjah. Video outline. Introduction. Methodology and site analysis. BREEAM compliance. Drawbacks on the existing infrastructure. Interview and survey. Proposed sustainable irrigation strategies. Nowadays, sustainability is considered a priority to achieve worldwide, especially in the construction sector. Environmentally friendly projects are more economical in terms of energy consumption, more functional and usually more aesthetically pleasing, because environmental design provides a connection to nature and accomplish humans' physical and mental well-being. The first methodology selected for this study is literature review of irrelevant articles about infrastructure and landscaping. Then, a field walk to gather information of the selected community to identify the current drawbacks in landscaping. An interview with the landscaping manager to obtain more information about the project. Finally, a survey is prepared and distributed to the tenants. Massive efforts have been done in the United Arab Emirates in order to make the desert green. There are many environmental threats that faced by UAE. Thus, protection of environment and sustainable development are key topics which receive great attention from the government. The total water requirement is the amount of water lost from the plant plus the amount evaporated from the soil. These two processes are called evapotranspiration. Evapotranspiration rates vary depending on the climate and other factors. It is important to include sensors to monitor the required water for the overall network and transmission construction. The selected case study is Al Zayyar community located in Sharjah between Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road, 311, and Sharjah University City Road. Al Zayyar embodies a vision to create a progressive community that's ingrained with Sharjah's traditional values and lifestyle. The project spans a total area of over 1 million square meters. This large-scale community is comprehensively designed and integrated within a range of open spaces and neighborhood parks spread across the development. It is designed to cater to the daily needs of the whole family, providing a balanced lifestyle to over 12,000 residents upon completion. Sharjah's highest temperatures reach above 40s, which are above the comfort levels. The hot season takes place between April and October, which means that it is considered hot most of the year. This community encompasses mixed-use buildings and villas to cater to the dynamics of every family. Each neighborhood will have a distinct character, surrounded by themed parks. Residents can walk through the parks and enjoy their open spaces, uplifting landscapes and integrated footpaths. The community will be complemented with conveniently located mosques, play areas, retail shops, restaurants and cafes. A monthly document has been developed for Al Zayyar development to report the project's BREEAM monthly compliance progress status. The project is targeting very good rating. The report provides the project stakeholders with sufficient information and evidences on compliance progress, demonstrating how responsibly the construction team is progressing in line with the BREEAM requirements of the project. Some of the main infrastructure drawbacks for the selected case study were investigated, which are irrigation, outdoors facade lighting, plantation, and waste management. The existing irrigation system is not efficient, as it consumes a very high amount of water in addition to the constant maintenance due to leakage. This means that further investigation to be conducted to determine what proposals can enhance the irrigation system and reduce water consumption. Outdoors facade lighting is essential for every community, as it can add a design statement and give the community a distinguished characteristic. The current facade lighting used in the apartments is not carefully designed, as it is too strong and gives a glare effect to the residents and visitors. In addition, the extra luminance consumes more electricity, which is not sustainable. Since the concept of Al-Zaya community is blooming and showing a lot of greenery with variety of species, it is very challenging to achieve the green garden effect considering the harsh climate and the high cost. A lot of plantation will require massive amount of water, constant maintenance, and burnt or damaged plants should be replaced continuously to maintain the look and feel. This figure shows the planting types used for the overall Al-Zaya master plan. Waste overproduction is becoming a major problematic issue that is faced all over the world. Waste management process should be enhanced by considering waste segregation in order to treat and reuse the recyclable materials, such as metal waste, paper, plastics, and organic waste. Thus, each resident within the community should be educated and encouraged to segregate the waste. A brief interview with the landscape architect, responsible for Al-Zaya project, was conducted concentrating on the general landscaping challenges in such project in Sharjah, and focusing on the main issues that is faced in such community. The verbal interview took place on the 19th of May 2022, morning time. The manager confirmed that they always learn lessons from the previous experience. To enhance the future expansion, the coming phases will focus more on sustainability in all measures and overcome the challenges to provide an efficient landscaping. A summary of the interview questions and answers are included in this table. In addition to the interview, a survey was prepared and distributed to around 100 residents after collecting the email address from the Customer Relations Department. The emails were sent out on the 26th of May 2022. The survey consisted of 16 multiple-choice questions. Using questionpro.com, which is a professional survey maker, participants took in average around 10 minutes to complete. Only 67 responses received out of the total number. This table shows the survey questions and results will follow. The majority of the survey contributors are male residents, and 58% of the ages were ranged between 35 and 44 years old. Around 60% of the survey participants are new residents who moved on the last 2 years. 38% are living in the community from 3 to 5 years. 69% of the residents are full-time employees and 31% works as part-time employees. 60% have kids living with them, so healthy environment is a requirement. Around 38% of the residents experience noise most of the time, causing headaches, bad temper and lack of focus. This figure demonstrates that around 62% of the survey participants experience visual discomfort due to facade external light, causing headaches, lack of focus and eye strain. The next questions evaluates the residents' awareness about sustainable irrigation. Most of the participants agrees that it is important to maintain irrigation regularly, use controlled equipment, and consider smart irrigation from early design stages. This shows a high level of awareness. 83% are willing to pay extra for updating their irrigation system to reduce the water bill cost. Also, participants were asked to rate the plantation and irrigation within the community. 46% gave a neutral rating for the plantation, and similarly 46% are happy with the planting variety. 53% of the participants gave a neutral rating for the irrigation, and 46% gave unacceptable rating. The selected landscaping element to study and propose sustainable solution is irrigation. Irrigation is selected due to the massive amount of water consumption. For example, irrigation water bill for the villa's community reaches to around 800,000 Emirati dirhams every month, as per Community Management Department, as the water is coming from Sharjah municipality. Al Zayyar community has no treatment plan, thus, having a dedicated treatment plan to collect and reuse the grey water from the residents will reduce cost and water consumption. This community have a great potential to integrate a dedicated treatment plan for treating residents' grey water and reuse the treated water for irrigation purposes. Grey water amount varies from 50% to 80% of the wastewater volume produced by the residents. Thus, it was confirmed by the landscaping manager that a treatment plan might be integrated in the future. As shown in this figure, the path of the possible greywater recycling scheme for agricultural irrigation can be collected from light greywater and dark greywater. Reclaimed greywater for unrestricted agricultural irrigation can be achieved by using suitable treatment for each type, and irrigation consumed water can be reduced by 60% to 70% of the overall irrigation demand. Since water conservation becomes a higher priority in UAE, the conventional sprinkler irrigation systems, such as rotating and spray irrigation, will allow more water to evaporate on the air before reaching to the inside of the soil into plants' roots. Thus, it is recommended to consider smart soil meter to control when and how much water is needed. This system can save up to 38% of the water consumed for irrigation purposes. Demand-oriented and sustainable irrigation decisions must be made to achieve smart irrigation. This figure shows the smart irrigation framework using sensors and information system to achieve environmental, economic, and social goals. In addition to converting the conventional irrigation system to a smart system, mulching around plants and covering the soil with white aggregates is considered efficient ways to obtain soil moisture, either during irrigation or when natural rainfall occurs. This passive technique shown in this figure can also reduce plants' diseases that can live in the soil and spread along with splashing water. This method is considered a very effective solution to reduce water consumed for irrigation with the least cost and time required, that can save up to 20% of the irrigation water, as it reduces water evaporated from the topsoil layer by minimizing evaporation of water vapor from the soil outer surface. After a literature review and a field survey through scheduled visits to the selected location, an interview was prepared and conducted with the landscaping manager, in addition to a survey that was distributed to around 100 residents. Results showed that the residents are mostly middle-aged families with kids and full-time employees. Results also demonstrates that the residents are suffering from construction noise and improper facade lighting distribution. The participants showed that they have awareness about sustainable irrigation, as 83% of villa owners agreed to pay extra cost to enhance the irrigation. Finally, a special thanks to Professor Hanan Talib for accommodating me in this class, to be able to graduate this semester with a master degree. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, please let me know.